What? I was not
I
expecting
was
it.
not expecting that either. I was like, oh God, I can see myself,
Okay. What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk of the Ring show. You have your host,
Sabrina. This is really weird. And your host,
you're usually on that side, right?
you're usually on this side, on that side. But it's okay, whatever. We change things up every once in a while, apparently.
We haven't seen you in a minute. Sabrina, how have you been?
I'm alive. I'm good. Just, enjoying the day. Trying to.
420.
I know. Well, I need the money. So, just do it for the money. But Harley, would you like to introduce our guest for today?
Bro, can I tell you how excited I was when since day one, I was like, yo, I want to get Vinny Mac on here. And like every day I was like, I'm going to get him. And we finally got him. So let's please give a warm welcome to Vinny Mac.
Ding.
Oh my God, your dreams have come true. I have answered the call and I've made this podcast the most tremendous podcast on the hour. You guys are so welcome. I blessed you with that.
I can't.
You can't what? And you know what? That was kind of a piss poor introduction. I kind of want to listen to my theme song, and I bet you don't even have that on in your back pocket. But luckily, I do. So if you don't mind, Monkey, please be quiet while this is going on.
Say V-I-N, V-I-N, say V-I-N, V-I-N, insanity. I know everybody is a fan of me. I know that I'm everybody's fantasy. And I put that on my family.
Give a hand to me. All right, YouTube, give a hand to me. That's the part where everyone's giving a hand to me right now, and I've just made that introduction way more better than you guys could have ever done it. I'm sorry. It's just hard being the most tremendous man on God's green earth, and I got to flex sometimes. But this is not about me. This is about you guys' show, and I'm happy to be on.
We're very excited for you to be on. You're part of a wonderful tag team, but you do well. You do well by yourself. I actually like you. I prefer you by yourself, to be honest with you.
What do you have against Closer?
Right.
I've known him since I was 14. Okay, there's no hate there. There's just, I like to see the new blood. So we're gonna just jump right into it. And how did you get into wrestling?
Oh, well, it's a funny question. Actually, right out of high school, I kind of knew what I wanted to do. Baseball was not a love no more. It was more of like a job, and I hated baseball. No matter how good I was at that sport, by the way, if you look me up on Google, you can search Vinny Mac baseball, and a lot of stats and newsletters comes up because I was that damn good, and I didn't want to play in college. So right after high school, I told my father, hey, kind of want to wrestle. And his face dropped. He couldn't believe it. And he didn't believe me until, I quit ironically on 420, but I quit that and I proved to him that I wanted to do this. I moved out of Long Island, New York to Florida, and I trained with Alpha the Wild Samoan at the age of 19, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow. So you've been training, you still train with Alpha till this day, right?
Well, I was going to get into that. Alpha Senior does not run his school no more ever since the pandemic. So ironically enough, Alpha Junior, about a year and a half ago, brought me into what is now known as Battlefield Performance Center, and it's thriving, as you guys could see. And, it's kind of like a long-term storytelling. I think it's pretty cool because I'm the only person that has ever trained with Alpha Senior and Alpha Junior. So, again, it's not just the catchphrase. It's not just a nickname. I am pretty tremendous, guys. Just saying. But it's cool. And Alpha Junior is exactly like Alpha Senior, the way everything is run in both schools. And, if you're gonna go with anyone, you got to go with the Samoans. They are the best in this business, and I dare anyone to argue that with me.
Yeah, you said that it was the storytelling, and I think that's what Alpha's really good at that. And with all the BPW shows that we've been to, the storylines with you guys and a lot of the other wrestlers, that's what keeps us coming back. Is because it's well, what's gonna happen now? So I appreciate that part of the aspect.
So far, so good. You're not blowing this, and I'm not angry. So
by the end of it,
you guys are doing great.
Oh my god. Just
I got to go.
because at the end of it, he'll be like, Sabrina, you blew it.
Yeah,
We ruined the whole day
yeah,
thing.
I'm waiting for that. If you guys piss me off, I'm leaving right away.
It's okay. I mean, respect. Oh, Lord.
So,
Watch your
how
questions.
long did you train before you actually had your first match?
Oh geez, how long was that? I think it took me about 6 months. I and the thing was, I told myself, I was gonna beat Billy Kidman's record of 3 months in the in Alpha's school, and it did not do that. Billy Kidman is a top 1%er in this business, so you know. But yeah, 6 months in, and my first match was in Miami, Florida, against that piece of shit Sean Maluda.
Wow. But definitely, it is a
Can
story.
I curse on here? Sorry if I did that.
Yeah, no, you
Okay,
honestly,
cool. He's a
you
piece
can.
of
We
shit.
don't care. We don't
Big
care
piece of
anymore.
shit. Like just a piece of shit with corn on it. That's what Sean Maluda is.
Okay, wow. Harley, would you like to tell us how you actually first met Vinny?
How I met Vinny? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. He came out with Joey Martinez, and I was just like, I don't know, like this vibe, like Joey. I hated Joey, but Vinny was like, like I always caught Vinny doing some crazy shit around the ring, and I would like be recording. I'd be like, go Vinny, like you do you, while Joey's crying in the ring. So I'm like, I love it. That's why I was like, Vinny is the man. Vinny always finds his way around everything and always wins. Majority of times. But Sabrina?
How I met Vinny. Oh God. That was just last year. I should remember this. I met Vinny, I think it was during a match. It was definitely during a match, and it was, the three, you, Joey Martinez, and Mr. Rudo were like, you guys are like the dream team.
Oh, that beautiful bald specimen. I miss him.
He died.
And
hey.
But I think it's with Joey and you guys have really good vibes together, and with you on the outside the ring, like kind of just interrogating the crowd, ripping the posters up, like that's what it like. I was like, I love these guys. Like they're great people, like championship material. Come on, like truly, you guys are championship material. Like, so ever since then, just your banter with the fans, the way you are on the outside of the ring, inside the ring, like I've been a fan since day one. I told Harley, I was like, I've been championship material since day one. Like I can't.
Well, I appreciate those astute observations. I mean, me and Joey are the dream team. We are what we say we are. We're 5 caliber athletes. But I wanted to cut you off, but I also wanted you to keep going. We do not interrogate the fans. I think it's vice versa. The fans 100% provoke and interrogate us. And we'd probably be so much better if it wasn't always an unfair crowd we'd have to perform in front of. But I digress.
When did you and Jimmy? Not Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
You guys,
I'm so sorry. No,
Joe, I'm not making Joey watch this. By the way,
no.
You guys have been mean to him.
But I do want to know. how you and Joey became a team.
I was just gonna ask the same thing.
Well, it's a very interesting question too, and I don't think anyone's really asked how that came about. But like I said, after the pandemic, I wasn't training with anyone because Alpha Senior closed down his school. So then, ironically enough, right when that happened, Alpha Junior gave me the call and was like, "Hey, Oos, like, I'm doing this thing called PPW. I was wondering if you wanted to come down. Matter of fact, you are coming down, and you have no choice but to come down because I'm recruiting you now." So when he did that, the advertised match was going to be myself and Joey versus Alpha Junior and Heath Slater. However, Heath had COVID, so Heath out, Luke Gallows in. It wasn't that great. I mean, what a substitute. But very bad night for championship material. But we knew how much potential we had that night. I mean, the chemistry was there. We fed off each other like yin and yang, peanut butter and jelly, Kobe and Shaq. I mean, shall I continue? A-Rod and Jeter. Now it's Martinez and Mac. That's what we are. And we truly believe in that. And it's not just a team name. We are championship material. So this works. And don't be surprised if, in the future you see us on an even bigger stage. Did I just say a spoiler? No, I
Oh
didn't.
no.
We'll see what
It's
happens.
okay.
We'll see what happens.
So then when did you guys have when did Ruda become your manager? Like when did that happen?
Oh, package deal, you know? Package deal. I mean, I know Ruda and Joey had prior business engagements before I came into PPW. And he was just there when, like I said, Alpha Junior was just like, hey, here you are, make this work. And like I said, Ruda is just a big piece of championship material as myself and Joey are, because he just knows how to make that crowd want to rip his little neck off. And he is truly missed. And at the end of the day, I'm wishing him get well cards, and hopefully he returns soon, so that way you can see championship material as a full.
Yeah, it's definitely weird seeing you guys come out like without the manager, like without the little bald man. Like it's always like you and Joey, and then here comes Ruda. Like,
well, you can thank the Samoan dynasty for that.
I know.
All of them.
I know. That day I was livid. I was livid that day.
Oh my gosh.
Harley, do you remember that time at BPW where you almost got knocked over?
Yeah,
by the Samoan dynasty?
By Sean Maluda. Almost.
You see how bad of a human being these people are? I don't listen. I am a Christian. I go to church. I love Jesus, and God loves me. At the end of the day, these people, when I say there's a bad person out there, there's a bad person, but no one wants to believe me, and everyone just wants to automatically boo me just because I'm, I guess, the most tremendous man on God's green earth. Oh, it's so hard being me. Everyone wants to be me.
You know, the burning question that everyone wants to know is, when are you guys finally going to get these belts back? Like, they're your belts.
Put me on the spot, and a rare moment in time where Vinny Mac is choked up. Listen, we had multiple opportunities against Primal Fear, and obviously they're cheaters. All right, I don't know what happened. I think they were. I think they had smelling salts that made me woozy both nights when myself and Joey faced them. But you know, mark my words, before the end of 2023, myself and Joey, we will recapture those PPW tag team titles, and who knows, maybe even the world title, or maybe even the television title. Hell, I'll even take the women's title if whoever the women's champion is pisses me off.
Until Vinny just comes out wearing a dress.
I don't need to wear a dress. I'm a bad bitch anyway.
I completely agree with your dad's comment that says we would rather see you with the titles, not SPF. And if SPF ever gets those titles, I'm literally leaving.
I was just going to say the exact same thing. If they win, I'm done.
Well,
lose all hope.
At the end of the day, the SPF will never get those titles as long as myself and Joey are breathing.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Matter of fact, I'll kick Luca Branches in the face next time he looks at me stupid.
Yeah,
well, I think that's just his face. So yeah, please do. And
Gavin goes.
Gavin's in the chat.
Can win them back.
Little Gavin.
That's the smartest 5-year-old on the block, 6-year-old. However you turned, you are the smartest human on. He's way smarter than an average PPW fan.
Oh yeah, like when I first met Gavin, it was Gavin and Harley that got me to keep coming back. So I was like, it was the fans and like and the wrestling, of course, but like the fans really tie you in and
of course
make you feel like family. Ray says Vinny Mac is a throwback to the wrestling I grew up on. His obnoxious prickness is gonna score him millions of dollars one day.
Well, I'd like to cut you off, Ray. All right. I think it's tremendous attitude that's going to get me millions of dollars. Called me a prick. I'm not a prick. You're a... Next question. Next person. More comments, please. No negativity. I won't tolerate that. Don't make your fans make me leave this chat.
Yeah.
Tell them to shut up and treat me with respect. I'm not a prick.
Yeah, guys. You heard it here. Respect Vinny Mac.
I don't know why every time we have someone on, we always have one person that's like, we hate this person. It's like, come on. Like,
no one's going to hate me. Because if they hate me, they just want to be me.
Exactly.
Now, Harley, I want to ask you another question. You ready? Who could you see, Vinny, whether it's SPF tag team. I meant to say tag team title, or like singles match. Would you like to see Vinny in?
For singles, I'm gonna go with the up and coming Nolan Pierce. Put him against a little championship material. Teach him, like, if he wants to continue getting into wrestling, that this is what he's gonna have to deal with. He's gonna have to deal with Vinny.
I thought you liked Nolan. You want him to go in the ring with me?
Yes. He needs to learn, like, he's gonna face you one day.
Yeah, and his face will never be the same again.
That's why they have plastic surgery. I feel that though, because like I mean I'm kind of on the same page with you, but like I think I could see Vinny going against Mr. Action Andretti.
Oh, yeah, him too.
Like Action does not stand a chance.
Interesting, extremely interesting. That interests me. Good one. And I'm not trying to bury Nolan. I actually really do like Nolan. And actually, I just found out a couple of weeks ago that his father and my father are friends. Small freaking world.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would love to get in the ring with Nolan one day. And I'd love to get in the ring with Andretti one day. We'll see what happens with the future. Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
I mean, it's a shame that he's going to be Andretti's going to be at PPW's show, and that could have been a great match. But however, the match that you are scheduled for is also going to be a great match to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to literally wrecking ball.
And I cannot wait to be there to see this.
I don't think there will ever be a day where you will hear me and Sabrina booing you. Just you and
that's
Joey.
why you guys are smart, and that's why I agreed to do your podcast. Because if I ever catch you booing me, I'll never do something like this again.
I will tell you, my first shirt ever bought was championship materials shirt.
You guys are doing really good right now. You guys are doing absolutely incredible. Keep up the great work, and yeah.
Where is a dream place that you would like to wrestle?
A dream like a country or a state?
It doesn't matter. Anything you want.
Like, what's this? Like, place? Dream place?
It could be a place. Yeah, it could be a state that you want to be, like, or a country like Japan. It could be anything.
Love to wrestle in England. I'm sure the Brits would hate me. Love to hate me. I mean, I think I could do really good in front of a British crowd.
Oh yeah, I could
really
see that.
Easy to shit on people with no teeth. So I'd love to go to England.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just kidding. I love the English people. My aunt's English. She's from straight out of England.
I mean, yeah, I've never been to England, but one day it'll happen.
Yeah, no, that I would love to wrestle in England. That's even Mexico, Japan. That's definitely a bucket list.
Do you have a dream opponent that you would want to face?
Past, present.
Doesn't matter. Anything.
Dream opponent. Wow, put me on the spot with this one. I mean, I'd love to face Roman Reigns, like everyone else in the business.
Or Samoans.
And I'm climbing my way up there, as you can see.
Yeah, I mean, we follow you on Instagram. We definitely see the progress that you're making. It's great. I liked the little video that you had the other day up on your story.
Which one?
The one where it's like you just a whole bunch of you. That was a whole bunch of Vinny Mac.
A whole lot of me. Great. Tremendous.
Oh yes. Every time I see your little icon pop up on my Instagram, I'm like, I have to watch this. It's good. It's gotta be good.
You should, as everyone should that's watching this show right now.
Exactly. And if you guys haven't seen what we're talking about, go on his Instagram page and check it out.
And if you're not following him, then you're dumb. So.
And if you're not a fan of championship material or Vinny, then what's wrong with you?
My God, you girls are so smart. Very 2 thumbs up.
Oh man. I think this is like my favorite podcast that we've ever had, and like we're only 20 minutes in. Okay. See that he's like, yeah, I say this sometimes, but like this is truly like the male version of myself. Like if I was not, obviously I'm not on the spot today, but if I was on the spot, this is exactly how it'd be.
There you go. Obviously you were raised well. by great humans because I'm real, and at least you're not getting a fake mother sucker.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, because there's a lot of those in the business.
honestly.
we got it.
No, but Sabrina, did you ever say you said Action Andretti get good, but like what match would you say that's top tier for Vinny that you can see him in?
Like
Anybody in the world.
like anybody. I thought you meant like a theme. I was like, I don't know. Honestly, oh God, Randy Orton.
Oh my gosh. Sabrina, in that case, who would you be cheering for?
Vinny.
Oh,
Of course.
I would be cheering for Randy Orton, but I appreciate that because
I go through phases with Randy Orton, to be honest with you. I go through phases. I'm like, I really like him, and then I'm like,
Sabrina
I met
had
Randy once at a McDonald's when I was like 14 or 12. No, I was 12. Told me to get out of his face.
Oh
wow. Well,
but then he said he was kidding and gave me the autograph, so I've been hooked on Orton since.
He's a good dude. I've seen him a couple times in like wrestling in person, and he's really good. It was nice to actually meet his dad too at that one PPW show. It was really nice to actually shake the hands.
Bob Orton Sr. Wrestling's loyalty.
Of course. But how about you, Harley? What's your answer?
Riddles.
Huh.
Riddles.
I'd love to see the after party after that match.
Bro, I love Matt Riddles.
That's a good one. That's a very good one.
Go ahead.
No, I've even followed his UFC days. I'm a big fan.
I have a tag team that I think that him and Joey could go against. It's I think you know what I'm gonna say, Harley. Miami Mike has this tag team with Vinny Talata, and I just would love for championship material to go against the post game because, like, let's be honest, like they're a bunch of frat boys, anyways. No one really cares.
Oh my god!
And I don't like sharing the name with me, so I'd love to beat the snot out of those two frat boys.
Right? Winner keeps the name.
Yeah, Vinny Talata's not like he's not Vinny Mac, guys. Come on, you heard his theme song, right?
I honestly hate to be up on the spot right now, but I don't know who that is. But I'm sure he's a good little Italian boy that loves business as much as I do.
Oh yeah, like they're great in the ring. It's just like I boo them all the time because I can't stand the frat boy look. I can't. It's just
if anything, Joey Martinez hates it is the frat boys. So you guys are probably gonna have to get used to liking him if you want that to happen.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I've been a fan of Joey since I met him. Like he's honestly like
me too.
I met him as a singles wrestler, and now he wrestles with you. And like you said, like the vibe that you guys have is just undeniable. Like I don't think I've seen a tag team that works so well together.
Of course, and myself and him, we really don't. When we go out there, we don't know what we're gonna do. We don't talk about anything, especially in our promos. We just say, "Hey, let's just feed off each other," and it hasn't not worked since.
I love the hugging that you guys do, where you guys look at each other like.
We never planned that.
Never. But it's great. It's a great thing.
And we're not just tag team. We get it done singles wise, and we respectively, have big matches on the 30th in BPW. I mean, the Joey arguably going in the biggest match of his career against that piece of shit Cruiserweight Classic competitor, no good mother sucker, Sean Maluta. And myself going up against Alpha Jr. once again. Because I've gone against him in WXW, which before in the past was a dream match of mine. I got that done because Mystic Vinny Mac always gets whatever he wants to do done. And April 30th, I'm going to get another W against Alpha Jr.
I am so excited.
No pun intended.
I honestly, I don't know what could top the last one because you and Joey were like on a roll. Like both your matches were amazing. I loved I love the hardcore match. Like they're great. So I don't know how you guys could possibly top this month, but I'm excited to see how you're gonna top it.
Well, you're just gonna have to purchase the ticket and find out. I mean, if you really are gonna doubt me topping what I did last month, just look at what I have to look what I have to follow suit to, and that's Matt Cardona. I'm Long Island native, you know. I'm gonna make sure people are saying my name at the end of the night, not his name, with all due respect, because I am a big fan of Matt Cardona.
I think, yeah, definitely. Matt Cardona is a good guy. I think though that that match will be fire.
See, you get it.
Yeah, I'm a fan, but like,
oh, my name's Alpha Junior. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah, he cries too much. Like that was. I honestly, like, I saw it and I was like, oh, he's fine. Like, I was literally like, just put a Band-Aid on it. You're fine.
Literally, like, Dr. Frank, I think, told him to suck it up and stop being a wuss. That's what I heard, at least.
Well,
wow. Interesting. But anyways, if you were to get a call from AEW and WWE, which one would you take?
Whatever pays more.
I mean, valid. Like that's very valid.
All right. I'm gonna be brutally honest. The goal is WWE, nothing else.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could see it.
I don't have an interest in AEW. I mean, I'm all for like what's like if you're meant for it, like it's gonna happen. But I'm not looking at anything other than WWE. I want that contract. That's the only contract I want. But obviously, whatever pays more. I have a 2-year-old that I need to feed.
Of course, so because you have a kid, if I hear a car.
Rose.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know. I don't have any cars flying past my house right now.
Going on in your house? You better make sure your doors are locked.
If your kid came up to you and said, I want to do wrestling, like, would you encourage it? Or would you be like, nah, I know how the business works. Like, I wouldn't do it.
I would never tell my daughter to not chase her dreams. If she wants to do anything, I will support it.
There we go. Love that. So my dad goes and says, how did you come up with your persona for being a heel?
I'm me. This is what you see is what you get if you meet me. I mean, obviously in wrestling it's times 10, but I really haven't changed. I've always been this way. You can ask anyone I grew up with in Long Beach, Long Island, New York, from the 27-year-olds around like that age group. You can ask them, and they'll tell you, yeah, Vinny's always been that. He's always been. Some people call me a dick. Some people call me a prick, like your viewers, and some people call me an arrogant SOB. I've never seen myself as that, though. I see myself more as what's the word? Confident.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
yeah, I've always been outgoing. That's
right. Me. I mean, and like you said in wrestling, you always have to turn it up because whatever you actually are, it's like just turn that up a little bit, just so that it's more amplified. I would.
Yeah, because who would want to pay for a freaking boring piece of paper that just stands in the ring and says, "Hello, I'm gonna beat up my opponent tonight." Get out of the ring. Excuse me, I'm trying not to say F-bombs here.
No, but her dad also said, what is the hardest part about wrestling?
Nothing really hard about something you love. I have a passion for this, and I want more and more and more and more and more. And I guess really the hard part is like being away from my kid, traveling. That's probably the hardest part because there's nothing I want to do. There's nothing I can see myself doing other than this. So there's really not a hard part when you see like a bigger picture and you in your head, you have the potential to get where you need to be. So there's really no hard part in that. And I'm just enjoying the journey.
So now, like if that spark would ever die, sorry, Harley, if that spark would ever die, would like you turn away from wrestling or would you try to find something to like re-spark that spark?
I would hope it never does happen. I don't believe it will ever happen too. I mean, like I said, I love this business. I've my first bound memory in life, and I swear to God on this, is turning on the TV and watching The Rock do the People's Elbow. It's literally the first thing I remember at 3 years old. Like that, I've been hooked ever since. I've been a rock. My favorite wrestler growing up was The Rock. Uh, then later on, I hate to say it, but it was John Cena at one time. And then
And
later, you know, and then later, obviously, it became Roman Reigns. So I've always been a big fan. And that's kind of what helped me get this like larger than life attitude, like that outgoing persona, because that's what professional wrestlers are. And I've always thought of that as second nature. So I don't think I'll ever lose that spark, ever. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I truly believe, even if I'm offered like down the line Hollywood or Rose, I don't think I will take them. I think I would rather be wrestling at a WrestleMania, because a movie, a big time movie role doesn't interest me. A WrestleMania match interests me, and that spark will never die until that happens. You know what I'm saying?
All
Oh,
right,
yeah,
there you go.
that's great.
I loved that answer, to be honest with you.
It's real. Like I said, you didn't sign up a fake one. What you see is what you're gonna get. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Her dad also said, has there ever been an injury that made you take a second look at the career you're choosing?
I don't think so. No. I mean, I in 2015 I had a really bad concussion that resulted in a separated shoulder. So that was like one big injury that like sticks out from the rest. But you know, the first thing I thought of when that injury happened was how fast can I get back? Because like my shoulder it never healed the same. Like even when I go as an extra to WWE, the doctors every time say, "Oh, your shoulder, it's like drastically lower." I'm like, and they always know which shoulder's like the bad one. But that never really got me like, oh man, I can't hang, I can't do this. Like, no, when I get injuries, I'm always like, how fast can I heal up? I mean, I had the day before the street fight, I had 6 stitches in my index finger. Oh, hold on, I don't know if you see that.
I can see like a patch out of it. Yeah.
There's like a scar. There was a scar. Like, you got to see it in person. But yeah, I had 6 stitches in my right index finger. If you guys have ever got stitches, try not to get it on your freaking index finger. It sucks. And and I'm not gonna lie, I was not nowhere near 100% for that street fight. But like I said, you tape it up and you move on, and you don't tell anyone until after the match is done.
I mean, yeah, that's how it is in dancing too. Like I kept going. I was like, when can I get back? Like I could not, because I had stitches in my leg and it was like 9 stitches. And I was like, when can I get back? I miss it.
So no, injuries will never set me aside. I mean, they'll set me aside, obviously, but I'll never be like, oh, this injury, I don't think I can come back from it.
So, like, with that being said, like, do you think it's just gonna be an age thing where you're like, I'm done wrestling, or is it just gonna be like whenever you physically can't do it anymore?
Shit, I hope to be Ric Flair and never retire.
Here comes Vinny Mac with a walker down.
That will be my goal. I will literally be in this business until I freaking can't do it no more. I'd love to be an old man on Monday Night Raw, just like, I'm still tremendous, Like,
Here
shit,
I come.
I mean, obviously, like if my body can't do it no more, then I'll have to, just for the sake of you got to think about I got to think about my daughter. I want to walk her down the aisle one day. So obviously, if my body gets like too severely hurt, then I'll obviously call it quits for that reason. But I will do whatever I can to like have a long career.
No, yeah. So like after you retire, do you still want to be involved in wrestling, whether it's on like commentary or
Manager?
Absolutely. And I'd love. Oh man, I'd be a great commentator.
just
And
yell at people?
yeah, I'd love to commentate.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'd love to do both, like like Randy Savage.
Yeah. So my dad says, will you and Joey think of having your own bloodline gimmick in PPW and BPW? Also need to see you two hold all the gold.
Fun bloodline gimmick, like more people, like and like.
Maybe like
we don't know. We don't know what he means sometimes.
Well, screw the bloodline because I'm feuding with the Samoans, their relatives. Just kidding. I love the bloodline. Great. They're the best thing going. No, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, myself and Joey are doing just fine. Just the two of us so far. But of course, we'd love to take some new recruits because at the end of the day, myself and Joey have a vision of taking over both those companies. You know, send a resume. And if you don't absolutely suck, we might read it. And if we do read it, and if we don't throw it in the trash, then who knows what can happen? Maybe you yourself could be championship material. But as of right now, no, me and Joey are doing just fine. And the sound of all the gold sounds absolutely tremendous.
Right? I think you got to steal it back from Primal Fear. Because they come up here, like they run the shit, and they just take the gold from everyone. Like, unnecessary.
Well, you know.
I mean, I'm not a Primal Fear fan, so but
no.
Sabrina is. So I mean,
no, not when they go against championship material. Championship material. I'm telling you, every time championship material goes against someone, whether it's anybody that I actually like outside the ring, I will always say championship material.
You're smart. Girl.
So when you
smart girl.
What is the best?
Words right out of my mouth.
Oh my gosh. Do you have like a Gosh, I just forgot my question. Harley, can you please ask a question until I remember? I have dementia.
You have your own like finisher
live,
move? Is there like a move in the ring that you always do, or like your own finisher? I guess you can say.
I mean, not really. I'm just a student of the game. I'll do because I mean that I'll do any move that I see the other day. I try to do a different move every match. I do love doing the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker because Eddie Guerrero is one of my favorites of all time. Viva la raza, love him, and try to pay tribute as much as I can to him with that. Sometimes I'll do like a helo, but might have to step away from that since Prison Dom is doing an absolute marvelous job with everything.
There you go.
But no, I don't. I guess a package pile driver is my go-to. That's like a step. That's like a move that's like not necessarily allowed in other companies, but
yeah.
I do enjoy dropping fools on their neck. So that's a move for the time being that I'll stick to.
Yeah.
But
he says you're a good hardcore wrestler.
Of course, I know how to use any weapon.
Gavin says you both with Ruda are great heels, but you are funny too, like lying perfectly still for 15 minutes. Is it hard to be funny and butt kicking heels at the same time?
Absolutely not. Because here's the thing about myself and Joey. We're not afraid to make asses out of ourselves. Like we know this business. We know not everyone can be Goldberg and be so dominant and this and that and just untouchable. Like for example, like I love Kurt Angle. I admire his work because he was an Olympic gold medalist in 1996 and he came into the WWF and he came into that locker room knowing he could beat the living dog piss out of everyone on that roster. And he was at the end of the day, he was not afraid to make himself look so goofy, so entertaining, and so relatable to like make the crowd be like, oh, what the look at this Olympic dork. and he wasn't afraid to, like, for the entertainment aspect of it, he was not afraid to make himself look stupid. And I think that's what me and Joey love doing in the business, because at the same time, we're not afraid to make asses out of ourselves, but we can get the job done in the ring. We're not pushovers. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Do you have anything, like, when you first come out, before they're like, hey, it's Vinny Mac, do you have, like, something you do behind the curtain before, like, jump or something to get yourself in the mood?
Always a prayer. This business is dangerous. We protect each other each and every single time we step in the ring, and we put each other's lives literally on the line. Say a prayer every single time, because I'm blessed to do it, and I'm blessed to be good at it, and I'm blessed to have never injured anyone, and I'm blessed to never had a severe injury. So it's always a prayer ritual to make sure that strain of luck continues, because I thank God every day that I'm allowed to do this.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
that's great. I mean, a lot of the times we usually I talk to a mirror, I throw some water in my face, I do this, or it's cool to hear that. So
yeah.
Well,
Nice to hear.
people have their different rituals, and I'm never one to judge a ritual, even though the silly face I made here and all that. Sometimes I'll splash of water wakes me up as well, but we all have a different ritual, and sometimes for some people it works, and for some people, Jesus Christ, it doesn't work at all. But I digress.
Gavin says you both. Oh, sorry, I was like reading the one before it.
sorry.
You both can show your butt and still make everyone crazy because you never act like anyone got one over on you. That makes me happy.
I'm sorry, what? I missed all that.
Oh, Gavin said you both can show your butt and still make everyone crazy because you never act like anyone got one over on you. That makes him happy.
Oh, never. Yeah, we never let anyone get over on us, because we do, at the end of the day, love to protect our name, championship material, because you can't be championship material and suck.
Exactly.
It just don't work.
Can we just talk about the tampons of the last show being thrown at you?
Just respect.
That's strike one. Strike one. You've been batting a great game so far. That's strike one.
We said disrespectful. That was disrespectful. That's what we said.
Yeah. Now you want me to talk about the people stealing tampons out of their mother's freaking bassinet. Listen, anyone that throws tampons from here on out is disgusting, brutal, and bottom feeding. That's not even sanitary. That's not normal. Like, how much girls in the world are just, there's gonna be a tampon shortage because of me.
Please let that not happen.
I'm all for first in professional wrestling, but oh my God, like, this is a first I'm not proud of. Why do people see me as a tampon magnet? I don't know, and I never will know.
It's mad disrespect.
We don't even know.
Where do you even get them from? Like,
I don't know. They come out.
I almost drowned in tampons last show.
Yeah, no, they were going everywhere.
After those.
Her dad. Let's get it on a little bit of a higher note. Her dad asked, "How did you come up with your attire, like to the ring?"
Oh, well, simple. Buy the most expensive gear on the planet.
Wow.
See my Gucci shoes. You see my coat that 15 people died making. You see my logo that people bow to and stop at the mere sight of it. I mean,
oh yeah.
I
mean, whenever you come in wearing the jacket, the shoes, I'm like, look, Sabrina, Vinny Mac is here. Like, we already know it's you. Like,
it's my look, and if you catch anyone looking like me, I want you to slap them in the back of the neck. It's my
like, just be like, it's fine. Vinny told me I can do that.
That's right. And I wear the word tremendous as a bandana because I can't tattoo it on my forehead.
I mean, you can literally get it tattooed, but not on your forehead.
Well, maybe one day. Who knows? I'm capable.
So my dad also said, what is one thing you want to tell your opponents about Vinny Mac?
That they are going one-on-one with the most tremendous man on God's green earth every single time. I'm the Grand Duke of the sports entertainment game, and the reason being is because I've defeated every single one of my trainers that have been in front of me in this business and I quote, tried to take advantage of me. People like Alpha Jr. who thinks he could just make $1 out of me and think that this kid's never gonna amount to nothing. But let me tell you something. On April 30th, I'm gonna kick the shit out of my trainer.
Wow, you heard it here, guys. So if you want to see that, make sure you go into Battlefield Pro Wrestling on April 30th.
That's right. That's a
Dude,
big. I'm
that was
excited.
like such a big question mark in your head. You're like, April 30th?
But Bray goes and says, does Vinny Mac have an opinion of the Steiner brothers, fellow Bay City Western alums? FYI, Rick is 100 times tougher than Scott.
Strongly disagree. Scott Steiner is one of my favorites, especially on the mic, Ray. And I love the Steiner brothers. I love their tag team history. I love Rick. I love Scott. I even love their son Braun. I think that entire family is royalty. Nothing but good things to say about the Steiners. I actually study them quite often. I love Scott Steiner's work back in WCW, especially as a singles guy. One of my favorite moments ever is him. Like one of my first bound memories again as a kid is seeing freaking Scott Steiner literally be accompanied to the ring by a tiger. This is why I thought these guys were superhuman. Like that's one of my first. But I never liked WCW as a kid. That's just one of the memories I have for WCW.
Oh yeah.
What is your best promo you cut, or can you cut a great promo right now?
Well, you could pay me if you want a promo from me. You're not getting anything free. Obviously not. My rate is through the roof. Hello, tremendous. I don't know. My WXW work with Pops off his dad. I had some killer promos that got me actually noticed by Alpha Jr. And like again, when he recruited me, he didn't just recruit me for no reason. He's seen something in me. He sees something in me. He wouldn't just go up one-on-one and like he wouldn't go one-on-one with anyone because he in his own company because he knows what he's building, and at the end of the day, he is a very successful independent wrestler, and he's kept himself relevant for 25 years. So when he discovered my work in WXW, I think that was I don't know what specific promo, but I think one of them just caught his eye, and I had some killer ones in WXW. Even promos that I feed off Joey lately, those are incredible. That in my opinion, at least, if we think it's good, then hopefully everyone else thinks it's good. But so far so good, if that makes sense. If you're keeping up, but I mean, I'm always confident on the mic. I think I could go toe to toe with the best. I'm not saying I can wipe the floor with people, but I think I can hold my own.
Absolutely. And like that goes back to like you were saying, like you and Joey are great, like singles, match guys. But like that's the thing with the tag team is if one does get injured, the other one has to be able to stand his own. And like you guys are the people that if one of you guys gets injured, God forbid, I know that Joey can stand on his own in a singles match. You can stand on your own. So like that is what I think a lot of tag teams lack right now is like they depend on too much on each other and not like themselves as a one.
You're not gonna get a Marty Jannetty in this tag team. I think if the day that myself and him break off, we're both gonna be stars at the end of it. But I don't see that happen anytime soon. And don't you two provoke that because it's not happening. But if it did, we would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see this. I don't see it going apart anytime soon. So Because we have to bring Ruda back in.
Right?
Of course we do. Who knows? Maybe I talked to him earlier.
Maybe
he's alive.
Too much. Ain't too much.
Joe the Panther said, have you ever thought about traveling across the world? If so, what country? He did say England, but is there any other place that you would like to travel?
First of all, Joe, why are you a Panther? And second of all, I already answered this question, but I'll answer it again. Yeah, I mean, England, obviously, but you want to wrestle in Italy one day. I don't know why. Just to say I've wrestled in Italy. I don't know how wrestling is in Italy, honestly, but I'd love to travel across the world there. But again, Japan still, Mexico.
A little bit of everywhere.
I want everyone to know how tremendous I am.
Yeah.
Harley, we're gonna go back to this one question about the whole who could we see them face as a unit. I think that they could go really well against Laszlo and Ed House.
Oh my gosh!
What I was thinking? Because I was picturing in my head because I was like, Laszlo's this really tall Hungarian dude. I would love to see the banter.
So,
what's up?
I get along with all the Hungarians. It's so good.
Yeah, no, but I think that'd be a good match because they are so the crowd loves them, their faces, and so it's I would love to just see the banter back and forth.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Or the golden era. I was thinking about that too while we were sitting here.
I was just gonna say that, but I hate Goldie, so let's insert championship material in there and beat the shit out of the golden era. I just don't like them.
I'm just gonna put this one out there. You ready? I would love to see Vinny beat the shit out of Johnny Moran.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I hate Johnny Moran. He's just.
What do you got against Johnny Moran? I love Johnny Moran.
Oh my gosh. No, he's like my Sean Maluda.
No, all right. I get it then. I get it. Completely get it. I understand. Johnny Moran, no good. That's all you have to see now.
And if she doesn't like them, I don't like them. That's just how we roll.
Speaking my language, if he's a Sean Maluda, then he must be a piece of shit. Gosh.
100%.
Have I mentioned Sean Maluda's a piece of shit?
I think a little bit, but it's fine.
Sean, you're a piece of shit if you're watching.
Actually, what's funny is the last show he came up to me and he goes, I would like to be on your podcast. I was like, oh, sorry, I don't do the booking for it. And plus, I think we're just very busy.
Find the redhead and book it with her.
If you had the chance to run a full show, what changes would you make and why?
Like a full, what do you mean?
I'm guessing he's thinking a BPW, PPW. If you could run the full show, would you make any changes to them and why?
Oh, simple. Put me as the champion so we could sell tickets.
I mean,
easy peasy.
I would come out more if they had the gold on their belts.
I
mean, on their waist. I'm literally, my words today are escaping me.
You sound a little 420, Sabrina.
I'm not.
Are you sure?
Oh.
I promise you not.
Old man.
Promise you. Yeah. Your dad said great. That was a great answer. I agree. Honestly, I think that match that they gave Joe Davis and Ruda the control, I think was the best match I've ever seen because come on now. We all know
it was oh my god. That was the best match.
Team PPW was filled with all losers. I'm just gonna put that out there now.
I don't even remember who I beat the snot of that night. I just remember taking over PPW. By the way, doesn't that make me the owner since I won that match? Don't I get benefits?
You have some rights. You have some rights.
I have all the rights. Matter of fact, my face should be on the turnbuckles. Joey's face should be on the canvas. The ropes should be championship material colors. I don't understand. We won the company for Joe Davis. I want. Matter of fact, I want a title match. I said it here on the show. I own that company now, don't I?
Right? You own
part
of it.
Come on, Joe Davis. Come on, Joe Davis. It's time to step down and let Vinny Mac take control.
Yeah, myself and Joey, at the pinfall to make him in charge, which means that means we're in charge. Damn it. Come on.
Exactly. So, like, hopefully once Ruda comes back 100%, he'll be like, fuck you, Joe Davis, and be like,
Right.
no, I own this just as much as you.
Right.
So, and let you guys brawl it out. Joe
Well,
Davis will come out with like, these are my men, and bring in like Pat Sawyer and a bunch of other ones, and you and Joey will be like, they didn't do shit to win.
Damn right.
Exactly. And my dad goes and says,
yeah,
yes, you have rights to ownership. Vinny, Joey, Ruda, Joe runs PPW.
That's right. So
Exactly.
I guess I will tolerate the match with Wrecking Ball on May the 20th. But after that, I am going to actually insert myself in title matches since I run that company.
Yeah, you might as well just come out and take what's yours.
Yeah, I mean the match is already signed with Wrecking Ball, so light work. Kick him in the face a couple of times, get the pinfall and or submission, and then after that, go after all the belts.
Do you actually have any merch that people can buy if they want to support you?
Nope, because I'm a piece of shit.
Oh, okay. Well,
never. I don't want no one repping me. Bad guy all the way.
I mean, championship material has a shirt. So.
If I see people rocking things like me, that means they're going to think they're me, which means they're going to think they're the most tremendous man on God's green earth. I can't have that.
That's true.
Can't have that. I mean, maybe if one day I see the light, which I already think I see, and I become in what the wrestling world calls a face, then I guess merchandise will be a thing. But as of right now, to everyone that wants my merch, right there. Not to you guys, to everyone who wants my merch.
Got it.
I mean, I don't think I can ever see you as a baby face anyways. It's just not it. I think you're always just going to be Vinny Mac. And Vinny Mac is just crazy and badass.
There's a lot of noises going on right now.
I know. It's something, my house is a little 420, and these cats are going
I was like, is that my dogs? Like, literally, I was like, wait, no, those aren't my dogs. My dogs are downstairs. But yeah, no, like, I mean, and if people should be following you that watch this, but if they're not, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Dominican Vin 15 on Instagram platforms, Facebook, and my Twitter. Excuse me, I botched it. That's the only botch you're ever gonna get out of me. We're live, but we move on. So Dominican Vin 15 at Instagram and Twitter, and Vinny McParlin on Facebook. Notorious VIN Vinny Mac also on Facebook.
And before we end, I just remembered a story that when I first met Vin is I brought a friend, my first ever PPW show. I brought my friend, and literally I must have just been very. I pre-gamed that day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I was drinking some water. She tapped me as soon as you came out. She was like, that's my boy right there. I don't care if he's a face, if he's a heel. I don't care. Like, he's my favorite. And so she would only come if you were on a match.
I mean, that's kind of what 50% of any crowd I wrestle in front of kind of does. They come to see me, right? At least that's what I think.
100%.
Oh yeah, she was so excited. I was like, and then ever since then, her and I have just been like championship material all the way. She hasn't been to a show in a while, but
she can come on May the 20th and see me wipe the floor with Wrecking Ball.
There you go.
You said obviously you'll be at PPW May 20th, and then you'll be at BPW April 30th. Are there any other shows you'll be at, or just those two for now?
Myself and Joey, I believe we have some New Hampshire dates coming up. We actually just confirmed that today. So I got to figure all that out. But that's up and coming. Some New Hampshire dates. I have WXW in Florida. When did I have that? May the 6th. I have WXW, as well as all the Battlefield. They're coming to take over WXW. That's gonna be gnarly. But at the end of the day, I do have some I do have some bookings that I'm not going to share with you right now, but just stay tuned and as my trainers all say, enjoy the journey.
There you go. So thank you so much, Vinny, for coming on. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the comments.
Except for the guy who was rude to Vinny.
That's right. Yep. Ban him from YouTube and make sure he never gets a social media platform again. I don't like talking to disgusting people.
You guys heard it here. You all have a great night.
You're welcome for making this podcast tremendous.
Thank you. Bye, guys.